Hello, hello, hello. Let's do another Let's Play. Joining me today is Vince. Hi, Vince.
Is that seriously the introduction?
I don't plan these things.
Joining me today is Vince.
Yeah.
Hello, Vince. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to bring up,
What's up?
this control pad's weird. I also have an Xbox One. What's this funny button? Why is your D-pad
It's
disco
the Elite
ball?
controller. We can change it out.
No,
Vince.
no.
We
I'm
can
curious
swap
about it.
Look at the box of wonders. You can put the thing in. It's up to you. There's a paddle on there as well. You may wish to remove the paddle.
There's
the paddle right under there.
I need to turn down my headphone volume because
Okay, well no, we just turned down the game audio there.
it's
still crazy loud.
So what is this? What is this paddle for then? What does this do?
There's 4 of them. You can assign them to different buttons. It's really useful for games, shooting games, where you need to not have your thumb off the aiming thing when you're jumping, for example.
I imagine this is this what people who play like Street Fighter religiously have?
Probably.
So they have like little combos.
But like if you press A, your thumb goes off the movement stick, which is
okay.
frustrating. Okay, aliens. This is a
turn it down more.
game.
It's too loud.
Press A. We'll get to that. Press A. We'll cut all this shit out if we need to. Find it in the options. I've already turned down halfway.
Okay. What am I looking at?
Audio.
I see it. Look at that.
So there we go. Just bring it all the way down. Weirdly, though, audio is quite important in this game.
Okay.
But it should be sufficient. We can change it at any time.
Okay.
So it's not the problem.
What's survivor mode? Is that just absurdly hard?
Never tried it. I think it's just bonkers difficulty.
Okay.
It's pretty hard enough as it is. I don't think we need to.
Uh,
That's for VR, which we don't have. Or is it? It might just be for the Kinect. I don't know. Noise detect? No, fuck off. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, that allows if you make a noise when the aliens nearby, it can hear you. Like,
that's
it picks
quite
it up on
cool.
the thing.
But I do intend to open a beer at some point. I don't want that to trigger the alien to eat me.
How funny would it be? Difficulty. What do you want to go for?
Well, I generally play games on the easiest setting imaginable just because I get annoyed so easily if I get stuck, and then I give up on games. So I'm not gonna go novice.
Okay, easy's fair.
I'm gonna go easy. Do I really want to start a new game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think you'll get stuck. I think you'll get stuck on terms of I can't get through this room without the alien finding me. So easy should be maybe make it the AI a little more forgiving.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alien franchise, do you like it as a whole? Where do you stand?
I saw the first Alien film when I was 8 years old, because my godfather was not a responsible babysitter.
And did it scare the pants off of you?
Oh, gotcha.
Good.
Yeah, it was easily the scariest thing I saw up until probably about, I don't know, until I started watching proper films when I was older. But yeah, it was terrifying.
So of all the Alien films, this game is most like that very first film. They've gone for that feel, that aesthetic. They've got all the technology is the same.
Third officer reporting.
That's the ship from the film.
Okay.
The other members of the crew.
There was a cat in the first film. Is there a cat in the game?
Lambert.
I don't think so. I haven't played it for a
I
year.
think
Maybe
you'd
there is.
remember if there was a cat. I think
Probably
that would have stood out.
Probably would. There could be some jump scare earlier on.
And Captain
I'm not a fan of jump scares. I'm trying to think if I.
Well, then this should make for excellent viewing.
I mean,
Lucky you,
I've.
viewers.
This is the thing. Like, I never spent money on games as a kid. Like, I would just borrow them off other people once they were done with them. So if like a Resident Evil came out, I would just watch my friends play it. So I've got way more experience of watching jump scare games than I have actually playing them.
Look forward to watching me and Dan play Resi 7 then. That's the next project in the pipeline.
Okay.
So that was Ripley talking. You may have recognised her voice.
I did, yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
I think that was actually the dialogue from the end of Alien when she's alone on the ship and she's like, "Everyone's dead except for me."
So I'm assuming we're not Ripley,
No,
or not that Ripley.
not that Ripley.
Okay.
Precisely.
Ripley?
That's some good welding. That's some good looking welding.
I appreciate a good welding in a game.
It's about your mother.
Any first impressions on this dude?
We think we may have found her, Amanda.
He seems like someone who works for, what's the sinister
Wayland
corporate?
Yutani.
There you go. Yeah, the umbrella of the Alien
Jonathan
franchise.
Higgs from Everything War, and no, he had a sticker of Wayland Yutani on his guitar at Glastonbury. It was amazing.
They are some nerds, that band.
I know, I loved it. I was like, yes. Nobody else there knew what it was, probably.
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial materials.
That man simultaneously looks 12 and 40.
That's very interesting.
Oh, he's an android, isn't he? You are incapable of disguising any information.
I wanted you to come to the conclusion yourself. I was going to follow up with, given what you know about the series, any first impressions on this gentleman?
Although he looks a little bit sweaty.
He's
for an
sweating.
android.
He can't be an android. Androids don't sweat, do they?
But to be fair, this whole area looks moist.
I don't know what the rules are for androids in this universe. They've got fluid in them anyway, haven't they? Like milk. Gross milky
Oh
fluid.
yeah.
When this job
Yeah, in the end of Aliens when the Queen's tail comes through him. Ugh.
He's just like gurgling.
Milk
on the floor.
everywhere.
Red plaque.
while you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you?
So this is set between Alien and Aliens, then presumably.
Yeah, so in Aliens, she when they find her, they're like, "Oh, what happened to my daughter?"
Oh, and
she's-
it's like years later.
was
her
she dead
family...
at that point, or was she just an old lady in her bed? There's
think-
a bit where you see an old lady in a bed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was footage they showed her.
Well, if that's the case, then I physically can't die in this game, or
True.
the whole
Means you're gonna-
space
means we're gonna have to make
time
it through the whole
continuum.
thing, Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannon breaking. So, yeah. So we're looking for Mommy. We won't find her ever. Spoiler alert.
Oh, that's ruined it. I remember reading about how Alien is supposed to play on the fear of male pregnancy.
Oh yeah, like all of H.R. Geiger's artwork as well is just so evocative of, phalluses and gross.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of male pregnancy, what do you think as a kid would freak you out seeing more? This, right, or Twins with Schwarzenegger and DeVito?
Oh god, probably that. I haven't seen that in many years, but I think I remember the gist of it. Look at the aesthetic of all this.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
know.
similar.
This is a 1970s
Like, I get the impression
spaceship.
those white things on the walls are like foamy of some description, some like 70s.
Oh, it's the guy Homer hired to run the nuclear plant.
Press the any key. Well, physics.
That I can kick flip flops with my bare feet. Is there a way to? Can I look at any of these
the
things?
music
I
is
wanna read the
straight out of
book.
the first game as well. It's just all spot on.
It
like
is.
an interactive museum.
I know it is.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, so that's good. It's the same sort of thing as Fallout, where you can just take everything at once. That's good. I don't play a lot of games, so it's always handy when they all
yeah,
have the same
looting's
controls.
pretty big in this, but there's only a few categories of loot, which makes it a lot easier. And there's crafting, and crafting has maybe 7 categories of loot that you pick from. So you're never like, what the fuck have I got a tin can in my hand for? What?
And of course, to get 15% off your Loot Crate subscription, use the promo code Johnny is a Slender Man, all one word.
I knew this would be a good idea. Vince has got banter.
Please don't use the B word. It makes
I
me
don't
set myself on fire.
I don't have the bants, Vince.
He's
I
spelling that-
rely on other people. This is
he's
why I'm
spelling
not going
that
to do
with a
videos
Z.
by myself, because it would just be me going, so now I'm in this room and this is happening. Oh, spooky, scary.
I think that'd be
Ooh.
quite funny as you frantically tried to keep the conversation
That's
with
what it
yourself
would be
going. That would be
like.
amazing.
There'd be long. I remember reading guides on what to think about when you start a new Let's Plays. Oh, don't let there be long silences. Always be talking. I'm like, that's just not me. I don't play games and talk to myself.
It seems weird that when you turn the shower on, the door doesn't automatically close. Anyone could walk in. How do I shut the door?
Is there even a door that closes? I think shame is something long forgotten in the 5th century, whatever this is in.
Okay, so you got a calculator, some kind of logbook. I can't. How can I tell from looking at stuff what's pick upable or what isn't?
Oh, there'll be like a prompt.
Alright, so it's not that stuff has to be in a locker or a drawer for it to be.
If there's a
pick
green light
upable.
on it like that, you can generally open something.
Okay.
It's just good colour coding. So now you're dressed.
Wow, okay.
Get dressed.
Objective complete.
You won the game. That's very handy. I hope you have already done this?
No.
You put it in something else. Yeah, this is the save station.
Oh.
You said no.
I'm feeling
want to try
confident. I
again?
think I've got this far. Be like it's Resident Evil where you're like you've got to get through it without saving it to unlock other modes and stuff, isn't it?
It's really old school that they've actually put the little save stations in. And it gets quite tense and terrifying when something's on your tail.
Yeah.
These are the little like lore bits you can pick up. Like emails and shit.
Oh, I'm not reading any of this.
Yeah, I don't think we need to read that shit.
I'm not a big reader.
In Dark Souls, I'm insisting Shona reads every item description because it's important.
Because you're a terrible human being.
And I'm a nerd, and I want it to be a comprehensive series. This is just play the game.
On Skyrim, when I first started playing it, I read a bunch of books, and then very soon I thought, yeah, there's only so much of this I can do and still care about anything.
Skyrim is just overwhelmingly exhaustive. Like,
Well, I've accessed the. You see, I'm already annoyed. I've opened
what,
a bunch of
getting stuck?
lockers.
Just like
I've opened that one about three times at this point.
You're done with this room, basically. Leave the room.
Oh, okay.
That was the get dressed room.
I assumed it had a different alternative exit. Okay, so ooh, I'm gonna put that on. How do I put that on? I can't put the spacesuit on. What's this? This is bullshit.
The game hasn't told you to go outside.
Yeah, but the game, it should be intuitive.
No,
if this was
It's not an open world game.
if this was Half-Life, I'd know exactly where to go and exactly what to do just from intuition
In
and
fact,
good level
the
design.
opening of this game is not dissimilar to the opening of Half-Life. You go to the locker room, you put your hazmat suit on, pick your shit up.
Oh, there's people. I assumed
Hello.
everyone was dead.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's more.
Right in the microphone, Izzy. Well done.
I feel like death. I don't know how you.
So I'm picking up like a strong lesbian android vibe. Am I on the right track?
Basically, everyone's an android in this game, yeah.
Okay.
Called it.
Coffee machine. I'm surprised Wayland Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened.
Yeah, bear dude.
If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors.
That wasn't Vince kissing me, if you heard that.
No, that was me kissing your cat's tail, which is at least as strange. But Dizzy seemed cool with it.
It's okay.
Is Dizzy a girl cat or a boy cat?
Boy.
Oh Jesus! I just kissed his
You
tail.
just kissed a boy. You kissed a boy.
I'll catch up with it.
I'm American and you're British and you sound funny to me.
So
Just purr.
is all of these damn terminals? Is it all just lore, basically?
I think maybe some of them will have codes in. So
What
it's,
do I-
it's worth just flicking through them. And
What do
seeing
I
if
press
there's
to pull her hair?
Press the paddle. No.
No, nothing happens. Okay, I can't pull her hair. Is anything okay? So anything with a green thing on is open me and plunder.
Pretty
What's
much.
These oh,
Bran
it's
flakes.
The breakfast
porridge
station.
oats,
Okay.
Milk, butter. Cream.
Seems weird that they all have.
It's so utilitarian. I love it.
Oh, nice word. There's
Bra.
no. Is she taking all the cutlery?
Bring out the big guns for this playthrough. Again.
Please don't say that because you are someone who literally does own guns. I shouldn't
Yes,
joke
it's
about these
true.
things. Okay, that was
It's
locked.
true. I had to hide one of them when Shona came around.
Did you hide the sword? Did you hide
I-
the sword that is in my peripheral
No, do you
vision
know
at
what?
all times?
I thought the sword is fine because the sword could be considered art. A lot of people have a sword on display in their room.
Yeah,
right,
a lot
right.
of psychopaths.
But yeah, I looked around my room. I was like, "How do I girl-proof this room?" Right, let's.
Oh, I
let's
think,
hide that
Johnny,
gun.
everything in this room is girl-proofing. From the ATST on top of the telly to the sword. This room is girl-proof. And this is Doctor Who's TARDIS
I
console
felt
here. That's good.
comfortable enough because Shona's a massive nerd herself, so things like the Lego ATST I can keep out,
Okay.
There should be an objective
I think
checking button.
there probably should be, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, there's another android
there's
man.
your good
Is that the
buddy.
guy from the welding room?
It is.
Did you wake up
Samuels.
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was
Ooh.
Wait, so she doesn't know he's an android?
I don't
He's
know.
dropping these giant hints.
I think they make it abundantly clear at some point in the game, but I don't remember if she's like, yeah, I know that, or if she was like, oh my god.
engineering jobs on ships like this?
Of course.
They do shove it down your throat a bit, actually, don't
She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishable.
We talked. She seems nervous.
I hadn't noticed.
they? He's not blinking.
She's a skilled
He is.
Oh, there he is.
But because I looked for that as well. But when he blinks,
wasn't
it's
a-
really
yeah,
long and heavy,
that was
isn't
like
it?
a creepy lizard blink or something. People don't blink that slow.
Also, he's clearly not looking at the thing he's pressing the buttons on.
So I think this ship you start on actually is basically a replica of the Nostromo. So this is the same medical room in the film. I think that was the same dining room where what's his face gets splattery.
Oh, John Hurt, yeah.
Mm.
You see, that was not
Urged
something
to-
an
urged to
8-year-old was
pun.
meant to see.
No. I remember my parents telling me about that when they went to see it at the cinema. Made my mum feel sick.
Hang on, didn't this film come out in like the 70s?
Yeah.
You were not. How could your parents have told you that? You weren't born. How
They
could your.
told me later after I was born.
Oh, I
about
I
when they went to
thought
the cinema
they
in the
got home and
70s.
were like, well, Johnny.
No.
I thought you were trying to hint that you've been alive for centuries.
I think they briefed me on the film before my dad made me sit and watch it.
How old were you?
Well, young, 8 or something. He wasn't the best dad.
Oh, okay.
In terms of
At least
Not
I
hiding
had,
things
I
from
had
me.
an
You're a great
irresponsible babysitter. Your dad was policeman.
yeah, I know. He used to bring me home guns.
I believe your
He's the reason I'm into guns. He brought me home a pirate blunderbuss once. It was like a prop, but still.
So
It's
all,
fucking
you
awesome.
and all of your family have been alive for centuries. This is
It
weird.
was just stuff he confiscated off perps and like brought home to
Of
me.
pirates.
A couple of BB guns here and there.
Does everyone have their briefing document?
Do you think without the early exposure to your dad bringing you guns home from work, do you think you'd have still grown up to become a gun nut?
Probably not. And it's that in conjunction with him, sitting down with me to watch World War II films and things like that.
But
Then again, I'm a
World War
boy.
II films should just. I mean, what did I watch? I watched Hacksaw Ridge the other day. Whenever I see
Was it
anything like, yeah, it's very good. But whenever I see anything like that, or Private Ryan, or even Rogue One, like my reaction to that is, oh my god, war is awful and unimaginably
hell.
bad. Whereas you're just like,
Cool!
hey, if you put a knife on it, it's a
Explosions!
bayonet.
I love that shit. What's the word in that? Hacksaw Ridge is. It's like, it means pacifist. I always forget this term, but it's 2 words, and it's like a non-combative something or other. Fuck.
Oh, you mean the people that didn't want to fight?
Yeah.
The conscientious objectors?
There we go. Is that the correct term to use?
Yeah,
Right.
the guy in Hacksaw, the guy, it's
That's
a
what
real
my
life
dad
thing.
Said. I was like, is that a thing? And then I've been telling other people that, and they've been like, no, that's not what they do in the film. So you're wrong. You're wrong. John.
I need to apologise to the handful of people watching this, because watching me play video games cannot be more boring than anything else in the world.
It'll
I
pick
don't know
up.
what I'm meant to be doing. I'm just
Pick up.
wandering from side
Right,
to
so
side.
figure out what the check objective button is, because you'll be using it. It might be one of the select buttons.
Okay, what's that? What's a
You
select?
have an Xbox One.
Yeah, but it has.
Is it
I've
that?
had
That'll do.
not a
Here you go,
PlayStation
so
for a
here's your
decade, and I still refer to things as the blue button, the yellow button.
My PlayStation's in the shop. It broke
It's in the shop.
just after I got Horizon Zero Dawn, and I can't play it.
Collect my briefing document. Okay. Which button did you just press, by the way? You didn't actually show me.
I don't even know what you call it anymore, because it used to be select.
Exactly.
That's why I said select, though. Your muscle memory should have directed you straight towards
There it is. There it is. Collect briefing file. Booyah. See, I was wasting my time saving it. I'm nailing this. That's a weird
It's
looking
a
ship.
floating city.
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
What's your favourite floating city in a game? I'm assuming it's the one from Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, what's it called?
174, tight angle.
Or Cloud City
Nice.
from.
That was the
Empire.
second thing I thought of. Absolutely. In fact, they're the only two I can think of.
Isn't there a bunch of? There must be a million animes with floating cities.
They're
In.
surprised you to learn this. I don't really, not really into the anime side of things.
Give it a couple
I-
more playthroughs with Shona, and you'll be infected.
Is she into anime?
Oh, she is. She's a nerd.
I got most of the way through Attack on Titan. That's pretty good. It's just so batshit crazy all the time.
Well, and there's something gets lost in translation. I had to watch someone on their lunch break watching One Piece, and it's just weird and awkward and strange.
What I don't get in anime is that people constantly have conversations where they're running at full pelt.
Yeah.
They're just shouting at each other. And I
Yeah.
think the dialogue works. Some of the dialogue lines work in Japanese because like, but when they put that in English, it's like, you've disrespected me and I really feel bad about this whole situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll ignore the impression and
Yeah,
focus
are
on
we
the fact
counting
that it's
that?
funny. No, it's fine.
I don't give a shit if people hear that. I'm not a bad person. Hey, you got your suit on.
I'd be way more concerned about people hearing about your gun collection.
I'm a boy. Boys like guns, right? You can't even see any guns in here, so I know what you're talking about.
I know, I keep looking around as if
You're
I'm
stupid.
suddenly going to notice,
You're
like, you know in a video game where the things you can pick up, like, glisten. That's why I keep looking around expecting to see something glistening. Okay, I've not been paying attention, so...
Basically, they tracked. Oh no, the black box from the Nostromo.
Yep.
They still have those in the future.
Okay.
Was taken to this station.
Why don't they make the whole plane out of those, am I right?
So it's on this station, but in typical sci-fi style, they couldn't get any. They couldn't hail them.
Why is stuff moving?
Now space disasters happening. That sounds like a velociraptor.
It did, didn't it? Or a Empire gun of some description.
I love the sounds of being bashed against something in space when you're in your spacesuit. It's just like a heavy breathing. Oh god. And thunking, like dull thunking noises.
Have you seen Passengers with Chris Pratt, Jennifer Lawrence? That's
No, I wanted to go see it.
There's some thunking in that.
Is it a love story or is it a cool sci-fi story?
It's neither. I mean, it's both, but it's bad. So
Oh,
I mean, the first
but Chris Pratt.
yeah, the first half hour. I mean, are you familiar with the gist of it?
Yeah, he wakes up too early.
They are on a long mission where they're going to a planet. I think that's either being terraformed or is going to be colonized. And so they're in hypersleep as the ship is about it's about 120-year voyage.
And he wakes up and he's given a choice of, if I wake this person up,
They will also die before we reach the place, but
Yeah.
I will have someone to hang out
Yeah,
with
he
other
doesn't wanna be
than
lonely.
Michael Sheen, the robot
would you do?
barman.
What would
I
you
would
do?
probably just hang out with Michael Sheen, the robot barman.
Oh, he'd drive you mad.
Would it?
He'd drive you mad. You'd be like,
You're
why don't
thinking-
you have legs?
You're thinking of the hotel bar in The Shining.
You're not a person.
Well, yeah, but you're at the bar. You don't need to know whether the barman has legs or not.
I mean, also,
when you go into
he-
a pub, is the first thing you do lean over
Did
the bar?
he choose her randomly, or does he actually know her?
Well,
Like, did he know that? Oh, I can get some action out of this.
no, it's far worse than that. He gets drunk and throws a bottle across the room, and it lands near her pod, and then he has a look and goes, "Oh,
Fate has chosen her.
she's all right."
He was probably just thinking, I'm Chris Pratt, like, as if they're gonna say no.
And then he watches her video
we're alone in
diaries.
space. There's what? she's not gonna say no.
Yeah, because of the implication of danger.
There's that word again. Implication.
Uh,
Okay, go.
Oh, okay, go.
Find help.
Can I go back out? No, I can't.
Find help.
you know what?
To take off your suit.
This is a video game thing that I'm not a fan of. I like on Fallout. I never wear the power armor because I feel almost claustrophobic in it.
Yes, it's a nightmare. I just stockpile them and never use them.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time I
same.
played it, I had 7 suits of power armor.
Oh, at least, yeah. Just in the armory of the castle, just overflowing
I built
with.
just like a tower in the settlement building thing, and they're all standing sentry outside it. Different paint jobs.
Use
never to be
registration
used.
points to manually. registration points to manually save my progress.
Telephones.
Oh, okay.
But they will warn you if enemies are nearby.
Hang on,
What's that? Enemies?
Well,
Plural?
let me say it, yeah, because the little I know about this game, I think I watched, it might have been like Eurogamer or a similar site.
I am a gamer.
Just before, Jesus Christ, don't derail me with that.
All spooky.
But I watched like someone doing not a playthrough, but just like a brief early demo when it first came out.
Sure.
So I'm aware that there's an alien, and I'm aware you don't have a gun.
Bloody
but
good one at that.
what I don't know if there's any other survivors. I don't know if there's
Good,
more than one
'cause,
alien.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
know.
you'd seen footage of it, and I was wondering how much.
Yeah,
sounds
just-
like nothing has been really spoiled for you then.
The only thing I've seen where I was like, oh, that would have had more impact if I'd seen it for the first time without knowing it was going to happen is the first viewing of the alien when it descends from the rafters.
Yeah, it's a shame that got spoiled, but there'll be plenty of moments like that. Do not worry.
Okay, so where am I going?
Is it beer time? Were they
Ooh,
cold
what's
when
that?
you put them in there?
They're in the fridge for a while, yeah.
It's beer time. I'm gonna let you stew in your own fear.
Okay. While
fuck, what
you're
was
in the room, I'm going to just have a look around, see if any of these things open up.
You meant look around my room.
Well, that is what I meant. I'm trying to see if I can see any guns. No, he's gone. It's a cat. Is that another sword? What the fuck is it? I think there might be... Guys, I think there might be 2 swords in his room. There's definitely one, but there's something else that it's sword-like in nature. Also, his guitar's pointy. There's a lot of stabby stuff in here. There's some games I've never heard of. What the hell is Neo? Not in a Matrix way, like an N-I-O-H. What else we got? Anyway. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what button he pressed to bring that map up either. Oh, there we go. How do I zoom in?
What are you talking about in here?
I'm playing the game, Johnny. So the emergency airlock I've been to. So I don't want to go back there. I'm going to head towards the fire.
You don't even need me. You're doing a Let's Play all by yourself. Damn it.
Well, yeah, but I do really love the sound of my own voice. I'm climbing into a vent, Johnny. Hope that's cool. Well, no, there's no aliens yet. I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of venting, as it were, as the game goes on.
A lesser alien fan might not know that. You might think that vents are safe from enemies, as they are in other games. But we know better, because it's alien.
For reference, we are drinking Hogarden.
Hogarden, which is a cloudy, what are we calling it now?
With a chance of beer.
Wheat beer. A cloudy wheat beer.
How do I stand up? Oh, there we go.
B. Or the paddle. Hey, Helena.
Helena's back from her date. Helena, how was your date?
Had a date.
no.
A date with a man.
Are you recording it?
Yeah, we
No,
can cut here.
we're not recording it. I'm just leaning into the microphone when I speak to you for fun. How'd it go? How do you pronounce his name?
Can you pause it?
You can't pause these things.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Cut here.
Yay!